How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Jones Zone. We're sitting here today with personal fitness coach Justin Quintero. He's helped numerous people achieve first place in bodybuilding competitions, helped a lot of people achieve their ideal body, helped a lot of weight loss, a lot of success stories all over the internet. I'm really excited to be sitting here with him today. How's it going, Justin? How are you?
I'm good, Casey. How are you?
I'm wonderful. I'm jacked out of my mind sideways, as you can tell. All right, so man, how long have you been a personal fitness coach?
Professionally by myself, I'd have to say just under a year. But I've been doing fitness for a very long time, been helping people for probably about 3 or 4 years.
Mm-hmm. Awesome, man. That's cool.
That's been fun.
What led you to it?
It was pretty much just the fact that I could help people at, honestly, a reasonable price and do it ethically instead of trying to lie to people about certain things, pills, different workouts and whatever. I just wanted to apply a real scientific approach and charge people not over the top for it.
Alright, so not the get fit quick schemes?
Not the get fit quick schemes, man.
Totally, okay, that makes sense. What's your mission in the health and wellness industry? What are you looking to do?
I pretty much just want to be able to help as many people as I can. My overall goal is to help, honestly, about 100,000 people in the next 5 years achieve their goal, whether it be through ebooks, online coaching, or in-person training as well. And like I said, again, do it for an affordable price instead of trying to make people go broke.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, a lot of that stuff is they just try to jack up the money, get all the money that they possibly can from people, and people will buy into it. It's one of the biggest fields there is, it seems like, that industry, and people will buy into whatever you sell them if it's going to get it done quickly. Looks like you actually are taking the right approach in the sense that you're not going to, like you said, lie to people. So when did you decide exactly, though, that you wanted to start pursuing this as your passion, your dream, your focus?
So honestly, it goes back to who I would actually call my mentor, Kurt Reamer, who he's the guy whose gym I work out of at Winter's Edge Sports Performance in Pewaukee. Okay. He actually, one day I told him how much I hated my job and everything like that, and he knew that I never wanted to work for anybody or go to school or anything, so he said, why don't you just come and train people here, just see how it goes. And he pretty much told me that he had faith in me, and to this day he just continues to push me to be the best trainer that I can be and to just be the best person I can be overall. So really it was him.
Oh, awesome.
That got me doing it, yeah.
Yeah, it helps to have a mentor. Mentorship's huge. I always look for the people that have already done what I wanted to do and kind of just follow their footpath. A lot of people don't think that that's pretty much the simplicity of finding success, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's pretty much better to do that way.
Yeah, absolutely. So how do you feel this passion has changed your life and changed the life of others?
It's changed my life just really because I don't have that normal 9-to-5 gig. I actually enjoy what I do. So I really enjoy going to work every day, getting up at 6 a.m., 5:30, whatever it may be, and going and helping people. Helping people is just like huge to me. Being able to change somebody's life and do something good for them is just an amazing feeling. And how I've changed other people's lives, just getting them healthy, just kind of giving them real information, letting them make good decisions and not drastically change their eating habits, or not telling them that they can't still have fun on the weekends and stuff like that. Just kind of giving them the means to find balance.
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, you take somebody's enjoyment away of life, and then it just kind of becomes another chore, another job for them.
Yeah.
So I know you said you like helping people. Would that be what inspires you to get out of bed every morning, or what is it exactly that when you wake up first thing every morning you're thinking about?
Yeah, it's pretty much how can I help the next person? And honestly, let's be real. How can I make more money too?
You gotta be real with that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie about that, but that kind of comes from being able to help more people though too. So the more people you help, the more money and success comes towards you. Absolutely. At least in my thought process.
It's funny when you say the money thing. It's almost like you kind of have to choke back and feel like a sense of you feel like there's a guilt there. But the thing is people. That's because so many people in society have made it seem like when you're talking about how I do it to get more money and stuff like that. People take it in a negative way and they're like, oh, you're all about money, and you're like, no, I'm just not about poverty. And the truth is they're all about money because if they weren't, they wouldn't be working the jobs that they're working.
Right, yeah, or working for some sort of corporation that actually screws people over.
Yeah, and they're just making that bottom dollar and just dealing with it every single day.
Exactly.
And they're like, oh, I'm not about money, that's the thing. And it's like, clearly you are, because otherwise would you
go
to that? Yeah, would you go to that job for free every single day? No, hell no.
Exactly.
Well, there you go. That's exactly it. And you're all about money.
Yep.
What kind of help do you feel you could use from the people that do connect with your mission?
Maybe people like in the medical field, I could learn, like, use more knowledge from them as opposed to anything else, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, more science related things so you can understand your practice a lot better and provide a lot more for other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's huge. I get what you're saying with that. That makes a lot more sense. I mean, a lot of people don't like to ask for help, especially people that like to help others.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm guessing that if people just share what you're doing and help provide word of mouth and all that stuff, it's going to help you huge, and that's the most you can really ask for from anybody, right?
Yeah, honestly, word of mouth is huge. So yeah, if I was going to ask for something, word of mouth, just spreading, my name or knowledge that I've shared with other people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For sure. All right, so what do you think the biggest reason is that people don't take control of their health and have success in that area?
Oh man, that is a really good question. I'd have to say the main reason, and I do not want to sound terrible or bad or anything, but people are just like really scared, I think, and just content, you know what I'm saying? I think that's the reason. And most people, if we're being honest, again, just don't have the drive or the motivation to take control of their lives and succeed in the area of health and fitness, and it's really sad to me, to be honest. So
yeah, I believe it. I mean, because it's so much easier to stick to your everyday routines, wake up, eat the same terrible food for you, and pump your body full of caffeine and alcohol on the weekends, just doing what you can to get through the vicious cycle, not realizing you're stuck in a hamster wheel until all of a sudden you look in the mirror and you're like, oh, Jesus.
Went a little overboard with that. Yeah.
Where the heck did this come from? As well as the past 3 years of your decisions.
Yeah, and people are just like lazy too a lot of the time, but sometimes, if you talk positively to people and you try to let them know that, you try to give them the support, you can do this, you just have to take the first step, which is just admitting that you want to make a change and actually going and trying to make the change. Most of the time people will actually go ahead and do it.
If you could go back 5 years ago today, what kind of advice would you give yourself?
I would probably say take the leap. Because I've never wanted to work for anybody. I never wanted to go to school until now, actually. I want to go back to school. But try to work for yourself, do what you're good at, and this just happens to be one of the things that I'm good at. So, like I said, yeah, and I would say that to most people too, most young people right now. If you're having any doubts or whatever it may be about the line of work that you want to go into or going to school, I would say just follow your passion, give it 100%, and you're just going to succeed. It may take a year, it may take 2 years, 3 years. It's just going to happen, though.
Yeah, you can fail 1,000 times, still not succeed, but 1,001 times, it's going to be what makes it. And it's funny, you say you didn't want to go to school before, but once you find what you're passionate about and you realize that you can learn more, you become more in love with the process. And honestly, a lot of people think that success is the result, but it's the process behind it and what you're gaining from it, the growth mindset behind it. And so now you're wanting to go back to school because you want to just stretch that passion more. So many people go straight to school and don't even know what they're wanting to do, and it almost deters them from ever wanting to learn it. It creates that neural association, and it just makes them hate everything about learning, and that's when they fall into the terrible path and keep walking down the footsteps that they don't even want to be walking in.
Definitely. And people are just told from like day one, go to school, get a job, do this. Nobody's told to follow a passion or a dream anymore.
Yeah.
Whereas, back in the heyday, stuff like that, like back when the economy was good and people were actually like coming up with new businesses and stuff like that. I mean, what do you think they were doing? They were following a dream. They weren't just taking the path most beaten.
Now everyone's fighting for the higher minimum wage to get by with the easiest job ever. That's not even supposed to be a career. You're supposed to be taking chances in life. And
right.
I'm proud of you for doing so. I mean, I've been watching you for quite some time over the years, posting all over the internet, on Facebook, Instagram, all those things. And of course, I've come to you with tips whenever I started looking into do that stuff, because of all people I know you're huge into doing that, and I'm going to take your word for it because you actually study it, you take the time. It's not just a job. You can go to a store and you ask them what their recommendation is. I guarantee you go to Walmart and you ask them about a product that's sitting on the shelf, they're going to be like, I don't know.
Yeah. Right, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's sad because they have no passion in what they're doing, but yet those same people want to make more money and they want to just get by in life. And it's like, well, where's your passion? Where's your dream? Where's your motivation? Where's your drive?
Yeah, it's like we when we're younger, we dream so much, but as we get older and we're told, you can't do this, only a certain amount of people get to do this, the dreams fade away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People treat it like it's a teeter-totter. The older you get, the lower your dreams go. And it doesn't need to be that way. It can skyrocket with you as you grow up, and just you can open your mind up to so many more possibilities.
Exactly, yeah.
So do you feel that mindset has made a huge difference in your success?
Mindset is huge, man. And I know we've talked about the law of attraction and stuff like that before, and being positive, but I've come to this realization that really it is all mindset. If you're not positive, or you don't have a positive outlook on where you're going, it's just, there's no chance that it's going to work out for you. You know, in my industry, I have slow months and really good months.
Mm-hmm.
The slow months, I tend to see that it's when I'm more negative in my mindset about things. And then my good months are when I'm more positive. And the more positive you are going into your job, a better job at doing your job you are going to do.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's weird. I've actually spoken to people about that, and they don't think that just simply their positive attitude can make a difference. I mean, someone could walk up to you and talk to you. You're in a negative mindset. You're not feeling like talking. You brush them off. All of a sudden, you go on with your day and stub your toe, and everything keeps going worse and worse and worse. Otherwise, you have a positive mindset that day, you stub your toe, but you're like, oh, I better watch where I'm walking, and you just keep going.
Yep.
You talk to that person, and all of a sudden you find out that this person is, in your situation, let's say it's somebody that's opening a gym and they need a personal trainer that just is going to take over the reins for that area, and that could open you up to a whole new opportunity, you know what I mean?
Totally, yeah.
It's just that little bit of mindset, and it's just like, people just don't understand that. It's crazy, and it's everything when it comes to being a self-starter, self-driven individual.
Oh yeah, I talk to people about that all the time. Even if you don't have your own business, or you're not an entrepreneur mindset, just the mindset of waking up, today's going to be a good day, going to work, and no matter if something happens that's negative or not, just having a positive outlook on it makes a huge difference, because then it doesn't make your day so miserable.
Yeah, absolutely. So many people are just like, oh, just another day.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, why are you thinking that way? That's a terrible way to be thinking.
Right. Then they go home and drown their sorrows in whiskey and beer.
Yeah, exactly. And
the American way.
And you're like, dude, come on, you'd be so happy. And you're like, I'm not you.
Yeah.
And you're just like, yeah, you're right, because if you were me, you wouldn't be feeling this way.
Right, you'd be happy.
Exactly. Like, how do you stay so positive? I just do. It's not a
choice.
Yeah, it's not a chore, it's a choice.
Yeah.
All right, so last question. What words of inspiration could you give to people that want to take control of their mindset, that want to get on the right path and want to do the things that they actually believe in doing? It's just they've kind of been afraid to take that step.
Let's be like Shia LaBeouf, right? Like, just do it. No, but really, that's all I can honestly say. Just do it. When I was 18 years old, there's so many things that I wanted to do besides go to school. When I was 17, I was like you, like a punk rock kid, in a band, everything like that. And we had some promising things. We just didn't follow through with it because it was scary. So when you have dreams and, you have aspirations, I really just have to say, just do it. If you don't ever take the chance, you will never know if you are going to succeed in that period. You just have no idea. So why not take the chance, especially when you're young, to go do something when you can afford to mess up, you know, especially 18 to 26, even 30 years old. You can afford to take the chance. You still have tons of life to live, so just go and do it. People underestimate how much life you actually have to live, and they think, I need to have a good job, be married, have a dog and 2 kids by the time I'm 25.
Yeah.
No, you don't. You don't have to do that.
No, you don't. What's funny is people say, like, oh, it's a big risk to do that, but do you know what's funny is it's an even bigger risk not to do it.
Yeah.
You're not living your life then, and you're risking just living a miserable life and never truly fulfilling what you actually wanted to do.
Totally, I agree with that 100%.
And it's funny, you say that just do it, that's why Nike's huge, is that one little slogan. Yep. And I used to sit in trainings, sit in seminars, sit in all these classes, and whenever people spoke about what it was that changed everything for them, they're like, you just gotta do it. You just gotta do it. And I was always like, what does that mean? Like, I've written that down like 100 times in my notebook. I'm going through it, I'm like, just do it, just do it.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, like, one day I just did it, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, you just gotta do it. Like,
you just gotta.
And then I tell someone else that, and they're like, what the heck does that mean? I'm like, you'll get there.
You'll get there, yeah.
Yeah, you'll understand it. You'll understand that you just need to do it.
Yeah. And people need to understand too that there's like no handbook. There's no right way to do anything.
No.
Like You have to do it the way you feel is right, because if you don't do it the way that you feel is right, you're never going to be happy with the end product as well.
All right, well, thank you so much for being on the show today, Justin. I'm very excited to have you on here and give all your words of wisdom to everybody out there. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in and getting to check out what Justin has to say. He's been a good friend of mine for quite some time. He's doing great things. You can catch him on all social media. Until then, thanks again for tuning into the Jones Zone. Think big, do big things, make it a great day. All right, thanks, guys. Bye.